What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Second Avenue Podcast. I'm your host, Jonathan Linares.
I'm your other host, Elijah Venencia. Welcome back, everybody. It's been a couple weeks. Took a little break for Easter. I had a busy time with the fam, so I had to cancel my boy. But let's just kick it off. NBA playoffs are starting. What is your prediction for who comes out the East? Is it going to be the Heat or the Celtics?
Man, I'm a biased Celtics fan, so I'm riding with the Celtics till it's over, till they're out. I'm riding with the Celtics. Obviously, a little bit scared of the Bucks, a little bit scared of the 76ers even. If the Celtics lose, I would love to see my boy James Harden make the finals. That's all I'll say. Obviously, be great for his career. He's playing great right now. Joel, MVP for him. I think they have a chance, but obviously, hopefully, the Celtics come out of the East. What are your predictions here?
Give me the Heat. I'm just rocking with my team, the 8 seed. Just crazy parallels. A year ago we were a shot away from the finals, and now we're the 8 seed. So playoff Jimmy's back. We're fine. We'll be good. We're gonna get game one tonight against the Bucks. So
Jimmy does just absolutely turn up in the playoffs. I love it. I love Jimmy. So as much as I don't want the Heat to win, like I like Jimmy. So if Jimmy wins, I'm like, all right with it. But Celtics all day, baby. What about the West? What do you got?
the West is tough. I was watching the Lakers Grizzlies, and AD just got hurt. So that could be a big factor
Ooh, I
there.
didn't see that.
Of course he did, but
Yeah, street clothes.
yeah, I'd go Suns. I want to see a Suns Lakers Western Conference Finals, though. That's my only hope.
That would be fire. A little KD LeBron action. I'm with that, but I'm rocking with the beam, baby. Give me the Kings. Light that beam. I don't know if they actually are going to even beat the Warriors, but they got the big win last night. They are a fun team. I watched the fourth quarter. I like watching them. I'm all in on Sacramento. Like they're a fun team at least, and I'm just pulling for them.
Yeah, I feel like they're a very likable team and everything. My thing is like there's just no scenario where you can tell me the Kings are winning a championship.
No, not this year. No. I think if they won, it'd kind of give me the vibe of like the Pistons, '04 Pistons.
Yeah.
But they don't have like that guy. They got a bunch of good guys, but they don't have the one like megastar like many teams do. But De'Aaron popped off. He was looking like that megastar maybe.
Yeah.
So hey, we'll see.
Almost had that
But
40 burger.
no, he was turning up. But yeah, it's been exciting start to the playoffs. The play-in tournament was fire. We'll see what happens. I mean, I think it's gonna be good playoffs. That's all I can say.
Yeah, this is like the same thing with last year, just how even this playoffs is. Like, you really can't pick a winner right now. So
No, even some of these teams, like you would think the Suns with D Book, CP3, and KD would just be running it. But I mean, they're a good team, obviously, but they're not like easily going to win the Western Conference or the
yeah,
finals, even. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. You even have teams like the Mavs who don't even make the playoffs. Like, you would think that they would be a super team. Maybe they didn't have enough time, whatever. But yeah, a lot of good teams, but there's not that one team, which is exciting as a fan to watch.
yeah, it's not or Warriors Cavs every year.
Yep. I like wasn't even mad those days. Like
Yeah,
obviously
I
the
know.
Celtics
Like,
fan, like I wanted them to beat the Cavs a couple of those years, but we knew we were gonna get like a good finals, and that
mhm.
was, all you can ask for sometimes.
Yeah, like looking back on it, it was a little tiring, I guess, but every time you just knew it was just gonna be a great series. So
hmm So yeah, the Warriors definitely got a little bit tiring to watch after a while, but mostly in those Cavs years it was good. Maybe like the Raptors year it was like, all right,
yeah,
I'm rooting for the Raptors heavy here because I'm done with the Warriors. But whatever, we'll see what happens. We'll be back in the coming episodes with more of our thoughts, more of our reactions to what's happening in the playoffs. But you heard it here. We got the Heat, we got the Celtics, Eastern Conference boys. Hopefully they match up eventually. I don't know. A little
yeah,
Eastern Conference Finals
I'll
again.
see you in the
Yeah,
conference finals.
we'll see about that. Let's get into music though. We're doing something a little bit different this week. I feel like we do a lot of rankings. We've been on the brackets, stuff like that. We're doing the blind rankings this week. I think it's a big thing on TikTok. You have the different little filters where it spins through different artists and then they got to rank it without knowing what's going to be next. So we're going to try our best at this. We each made a playlist of 50 songs and we're going to shuffle it up for the other person to blindly rank. We don't even know what's in the other person's pool of 50. I know what I made and he knows what he made, but
Yeah,
we don't know what's coming. So it's going to be exciting. We're going to do one with albums, we're going to do one with artists, and we're going to do one with the songs. So a lot of popular songs, a lot of popular artists, some really good, some really bad, some in between. It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be good. I am ready to get into this.
Yeah, let's kick it off. I'm kind of nervous, I guess. Like I've just never been in this position, you know. It's like the people on TikTok, they make it look easy, but I feel like in the moment you're like, fuck. So
They do. You want me to go first? You want to go first?
I'll start it off. We're doing rappers first.
Yeah, let's do rappers first.
All right. Oh man. We got AB the GOAT.
5. I'm so happy I got an easy one first.
I know
AB, I love you, King, but you're going to 5.
he was more meant for the song. You know, I feel like his song would have easily cleared the top spot, but
Oh yeah, but as an artist, AB, you don't got that catalog. You know, you got a great football career, but I gotta put you at the 5 spot as a rapper, brother. I'm sorry.
all right, moving on here. We got Pusha T.
Ooh, Pusha T's a tough one. He's very great, but there are a couple people I put ahead of him. I'm in between spots 2 and 3 for King Push here. And it's like tough, obviously, because I don't know what else is in the pool. You know, when they do those TikTok
Yeah,
filters, you can see what some of the other options are. I have no idea what your 50 are going to be. I think I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to put him at 3. I think you're going to have some heaters coming. No, I'm going to. I'm going to. I think that's a safe. I don't know what you got coming.
I feel like it's almost dry. Really, like put him over the top there. Like
It
I feel
did.
like 3 would have been solid with just what he had done before, but it's almost dry. Another great project, so I feel like that kind of solidifies him as a number 2 guy there.
Yeah. When I said 3, I was like, are there really going to be that many people better than Push? I don't know. So, all right. So I got Pusha T at number 2 and I got AB at number 5. Let's see what else we got.
We got Saba.
Ooh. I think Saba's a comfortable 3 here. I think a little bit under Push, but obviously clears AB. There's going to be people in between Saba and AB, no question. Hopefully I get one of those people, though. I'm comfortable with Saba at the 3. Let's see. I need a superstar, and then I need somebody just
Yeah, I hope
basically
this.
anywhere between like good and just bad.
Yeah,
And
I feel like
anywhere in between.
your 4 spots can be pretty easy to rank. So
I hope so. It's like have you seen the people on TikTok? They do the random numbers and they try to. It's 1 to 1,000, and they try to put them in order. 20 of them.
geez,
It's
I could.
crazy. Like
Yeah,
it's just like
I haven't seen
sometimes if
those.
you get like a 80, I mean, you could throw that low, you get a 900 high, but sometimes they're playing with like multiple 300s numbers or stuff like that.
Yeah,
Crazy. So I feel like this is where I have basically like a 1 and 200. And I just got to get 1 in between it with Saba and AB. So I think we got a good chance at correctly
I,
ranking
I
here.
I really like this one here that just came on shuffle. We've got Big Sean.
Well, he's an easy 4 there for me.
Okay,
He's
yeah,
definitely not going over Push, but there could be a conversation between him and Saba, depending. Obviously, Big
yeah.
Sean
That's
got more hits, but I think quality wise, I would go with Saba 10 out of 10 times. I'm definitely listening to more Saba today, but I think it's closer than maybe I'm leading on.
yeah. I feel like the 3 spot there would be really up in debate, but I obviously didn't think Big Sean would go 1. So your number
Yeah.
1 artist is gonna be Schoolboy Q.
Ooh, I'm not mad at it. It's not who I would have put at number 1, but shout to Schoolboy Q. I mean, need some music from him ASAP. I think if I was going to rank it in my order, I would have gone Pusha T. I'm between Saba and Schoolboy Q. I think I would go Saba, then Q, then Sean, and then AB. I think.
Aren't you glad you didn't just pull that AB like for your number 1 spot? That would have been crazy.
That would have been crazy. I mean, I think that's kind of the fun of it, though. Like, somebody's gonna get fucked on with just somebody random coming up as their top. So we'll see. I'm gonna get like To Pimp a Butterfly, and it's gonna have to go my 5 spot or something. We're gonna
Yeah.
see what's gonna happen. But all right, let's get into it with yours. Your first artist is gonna be an interesting one. We got Baby Tron.
Fuck. Babytron's my boy, but I feel like I gotta put him at 5 here. I mean,
Ooh,
it's
okay.
between 4 or 5, but I'm just gonna go 5 to be safe. So
Okay, so you don't know what I got in the stash for you. All right, let's see. Your next artist is gonna be Logic.
Logic. This was an interesting one whenever I was putting it in as well. So I was like, I don't know where he would rank Logic. Just such a great early career, man. But I feel like I'm gonna put him at 4.
Okay, I think that's safe. Let's see who your next artist is gonna be. We got Corday.
Yeah, I don't like this already. I feel I don't know. Corday, it's like Big Sean versus Saba. You could kind of argue it. I
Mhm.
say like you said, you bump Saba a little bit more, I bump Corday a little bit more than Logic now. Although, the pass is obviously undeniable there. So we
For
got my
sure.
3, 4, 5. I don't like
It's
this.
tough, but hey, there's some goats in this list, so we'll see what you get. I don't think you're in a bad spot. Your next artist is going to be Denzel Curry. Okay, that's not too
I,
bad.
I'm yeah, I'm okay with having him at 2. I will just fill up the ladder, I guess. Or
All right, let's see who your number one's going to be. I'll just do it in real time. Lupe Fiasco.
that's not bad. I'm really not mad at
That
this.
turned out pretty good.
Yeah, for like this, that was an awful strategy, but it's kind of just the way things went. So
Yeah,
I'm
you really just hit that 5 4 3 2 1 like it was nothing. You didn't really have to do too much there. The shuffle did everything.
yeah, I mean, I feel like the biggest decision was putting Babytron at 5. Like I couldn't have Logic or Corday at 5, so I feel like that was a good move there.
That was, I think, if I would have gotten Babytron first overall, I might have. I don't know. It would have been a probably a 4 for me, maybe even a 3 if I was like not feeling great about the pool of artists that was going to be here. But there are definitely some that are worse than Babytron, so you really lucked out there.
Yeah, shout out the shuffle gods there, blessing me up. So
Shout
I got
out.
I got to give my ranking a W there.
I agree. It all worked out. I like that. I'll give mine an L. I think mine was could have been a little bit better, but that's just being
Just the
blind. That's
way,
just how
yeah,
it
just the
goes.
way it
Yeah.
fell. Yeah.
All right. Shuffle me up. Let's do artists next. Or sorry, let's do albums next.
Okay, starting off here, we have Fetty Wap by Fetty Wap, of course,
Oh,
self-titled. This is a good one.
this is a good one. It's kind of feeling like the Babytron here a little bit. Like, I don't know your pool, but there's definitely better out there. It's got hits. I feel like I might get something worse though. So I think I can put it at 4. Fetty Wap has the hits. Like, I'll say that. Like, you play those songs to this day and you're
Oh yeah,
getting the
it's
function
go.
right. So I'm not mad at putting that at 4, just depending on what else I get here.
Yeah, this would be like a solid 3, 4 for me. But I mean, we'll see what's coming up.
We'll see.
We have Darkling demo tapes by Drake.
Ooh, it's tough here. I don't think it's really better than Fetty Wap. Like, Fetty Wap has more hits. Uh Having it at 3 feels wrong at the same time though.
Yeah, this would have been a perfect 4 with Fetty Wap at 3, in my opinion. But this isn't my list.
I think it's gonna have to be 5, but that scares me for what we got coming.
Yeah, this could get really bad really quickly. So let's see what we got next. We have Meet the Woo by Pop Smoke.
Okay, I'm not crazy into it. It would have been my 5 here probably, but I'll put it at 3, obviously. Can't go higher than that.
We have I Am, I Was by 21 Savage.
Okay, 2. That's a pretty good project.
Mhm.
Scary that whatever I get here is gonna be my
Yeah.
number 1, but I'm not mad at that at 2. It's a good project. Let's see what we got.
Beauty Behind the Madness by The Weeknd for your number one. I that's not bad.
It's
It could have ended up a lot worse.
Yeah, that's definitely not my favorite weekend album, but it's got hits. It's got some good deep cuts. It's a weekend album at the end of the day, and that's enough for a number one. So I'm not mad at that. There's definitely some changes I would have made, but not bad.
Yeah, that worked out well for like the 2-1 picks there for I mean like it did for me last time. So
Mhm.
Shuffle is taking care of us.
All right, let's do yours here. Your first album is gonna be "Professional Rapper" by Lil Dicky.
Got to go 5 here.
Shout out to Dave, the show. Love it, but I'm not bumping that album.
Yeah, I'm not bumping much, Lil Dicky.
No. Good one here next. Let's see where we're gonna go with it. You got Long Live ASAP.
Ooh, this is a tough one. I feel like the safe pick would be to play it at 3, but also 2 is like perfect for this. I'm gonna go 3. We'll see how
Okay.
this pays off. This is gonna be. I guess we'll see what comes in at 2 and or 1 and 2 to decide on this. So
Okay. So you got 1, 2, and 4 left. Your next album is Mud Boy by Sheck West.
this is a perfect 4. I'm liking the direction we have going here, but I don't like 1 and 2 being just selected randomly, pretty much.
There's I had to put some bad songs, bad albums, bad rappers in here, so could go anyway. But yeah, Mudboy at 4. I'm not mad at that. It worked out. Let's see what you got. Your next one is gonna be Rolling Papers by Wiz Khalifa.
Okay, that's gonna be like the tough 2, 3 there, but that's classic album, I guess, or close to it. So I'm not mad at having it at 2. Let's see what my number 1 is, though. That's what I'm nervous about.
All right, your number 1, The Melodic Blue by Baby Keem.
Okay, I'm really all right with how this list turned out. Then I would obviously have Long Live ASAP at 2. I don't. That's tough. Would I have it at 1? Actually,
I thought that's the debate that you were going to have. It's very close for me. Obviously we've had a lot more time with Long Live ASAP, but in the couple years we've had with the Melodic Blue, it hasn't left the rotation. It's been one of my favorites since the day it dropped. But I guess you could kind of say the same thing about Long Live ASAP. Like that's one that I was bumping crazy then and still some now. So pretty good hold up on that one.
yeah, I'm really all right with this list. I'd probably have the Melodic Blue at 1. So I mean, Rolling Papers and Long Live ASAP. It's not like a crazy take, I guess, but I would have those switched.
I think that's fair. I think I probably would too. But other than that, I feel like you got some albums that, might be a little bit lower tier. Obviously, there's some Kendrick albums in here. There's some Kanye albums in this group that you didn't get. So I think it all kind of worked out that, you know, you got some bad albums out here, but you put them in the places where they probably belonged. So I think it worked out.
Yeah, let's move on to the songs here.
Let's do
Starting
it.
off, we have Open Arms by SZA featuring Travis Scott.
Okay. This is an interesting one. It's not one that I go back too much. If I go back to SZA's album, it's typically not this song, honestly. If I'm going back to Travis and SZA, I'm going to Love Galore still.
Yeah, of course.
So it's a good track though. I in between 3 and 4 here, I just don't know again, obviously what's coming. I think I could I'll put it at 4. I'm not going to it that much. I'm scared about what's next, but it's a good song, but there's better.
The songs might be the scariest
They
thing
definitely
here
are.
because like the albums or artists, you can make an argument, but the songs, that's tough. So
It is. So yeah, we'll see.
we have Exchange by Bryson Tiller next.
Oh, okay. I would put that above SZA. I don't go to Bryson that much, but this is a good track. I think I'll put it at 3. I was between 2 and 3. 2 seemed a little high, so I'm okay with 3.
Yeah, two. I don't know. I feel like you can make a strong argument for 2 or 3, but we'll obviously see what comes.
Yeah, it all depends on what comes next, but I think
We
3
have
and 4 filled.
for next one here, we have Invited by 070 Shake.
Ooh, this is a good track. I'll go 2 here. Scary that I have 1 and 5 left, but
Yeah.
I think this is a comfortable 2. It's definitely above the other tracks for me so far.
I feel like all 3 of those tracks are pretty evenly matched, or it's not
They
not a
are.
crazy blowout. So
And they're
I'm
kind of
hoping-
around that same like vibe, like they're the same kind of
yeah.
Off R&B type. Yeah, so that's an interesting bunch so far. We'll see. I'm sure you got some wild cards in the.
I
the
think this
deck
has
here.
got my predictions. This is going to be your 5 here. We have Strange Clouds by B.O.B. featuring Lil Wayne.
That is gonna have to be number 5, but this is a banger back in the day. Like
Yeah.
one of my early favorite rap songs. Like I have a core memory of when I was a kid, I would go to like CCD classes at church on Wednesday nights. And one time we were outside playing kickball, and I remember listening to this on my iPod Touch out there at church. So, I was just a different
Yeah, I
breed
just
back then.
brought back a core memory there.
Yeah, so appreciate that, but it's gonna be 5. Sorry, B.O.B.
For your number 1 track here, we have Welcome to the Rodeo by Lil Skies.
It wouldn't be my number 1, but it's a good track. I like that song a lot.
These are like that. You got a very evenly matched 5 there. Like I think a lot of people could have those ranked completely, just completely different. So I like the 5 that you got. Hopefully you bless me up like that.
I like that. I gotta say, my 1 Welcome to the Rodeo story is I got 2 actually. 1, have you ever seen the music video for it? It's a Lyrical Lemonade video.
Yeah.
Filmed 1 take, Plano, Illinois. So shout out to the hometown of Cole Bennett. But anytime there's a little Illinois rap, we gotta show love to that. And the other one is when I was in college, I was in the Sports Marketing Student Association club. We'd like go to a different professional sports game every semester. And when I think I was a sophomore, we were going to the White Sox game. We took a little like smaller bus and they had the aux on there. And somebody was at the front. They would ask for recommendations in our group meet chat. And I dropped a Brockhampton song. I want to say it was probably Gummy. And then I dropped Welcome to the Rodeo by Lil Skies. And it just it was a banger, but it was not the vibe. It was definitely
No,
not the
yeah.
vibe with that group of people. It was just not hitting. Like my friends and I, we having a great time listening to that, but I'm sure some people were like, "What the hell is this?"
I could imagine, yeah, that in that scenario, that'd be a I don't know, I could go really good or could go like not so good. So I mean,
It went all right. That was on the way there. On the way back, it would have gone better because I remember the guy who was like the president. He was like,
mhm.
"Oh, let's stop at a gas station," and then he went and bought like a case of beer, and I was like,
Oh
"All
wow.
right." So it would have been lit on the way back, I bet, but on the way there, not the vibe.
Yeah, that's wild to think. I'm thinking like high school trip here, stuff like that. That's crazy though. Obviously, you're in
Yeah.
college and everything. So
Yeah, it's a little bit different, but interesting vibe there for sure. Let's get into yours. Your first track. This is a good one. I think it's a good benchmark here. You got Rap Star by Polo G.
uh, I feel like I'm gonna get one worse than this, but I've been playing it safe, putting it. I'll put it at 5. I've been playing it super safe
Ooh,
today. I don't. I mean, it's not one I'm bumping like that or anything. So I mean, hopefully Shuffle blesses me here because this could easily be 4.
I almost was like thinking this is potentially a 3 or a 4. Like there's gonna be a couple better, couple worse potentially. We'll have to see what the shuffle says though. It has been blessing you up starting at 5, so if it ain't
Yeah,
broke, don't fix it. So
I mean, I just got to
uh
stick with this strategy.
you do. Let's see what you got next though. You got In a Mood, Ice Spice.
I'm not mad at having that at 4. I'm a munch.
Exactly. I'm not mad at that at 4 either, honestly.
I need Bless for 3, 2, and 1 though. I can't
You
have
do.
Ice Spice at 4 with some whack ass tracks in front of her. So
Uh, your next track is going to be Big Pussy by Brockhampton.
that's another one I'm okay with having at 3. We'll just go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 again, I guess.
I would be okay with that as well. Hey, if you get a banger here, though, you might have to go 1, 2. We'll see.
Yeah, no. We'll see.
But your next track is going to be Fuck Love by XXX Tentacion and Trippy Red.
I'm okay with having this at 2. This could really just be perfect again. I mean, it's like a perfect game pitching, I guess.
It
But
really
you
is.
you're never supposed to talk about that, so this is probably
No,
about
so
to
you
go
might have just
very
ruined
wrong.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might have just ruined it. Let's see. Your next track is Self Care by Mac Miller.
I'm okay. This is exactly probably how I would have ranked it. I mean, you could maybe argue for Ice Spice and Polo G switching up, but I'm not mad at this. Blind ranking, the shuffle was good to me. So
Yeah, I think that worked out pretty well. I think I might go the X track at number 1, but I think this is another one where they're all kind of similar. They're in kind of groups. Like I think 1 and 2 could maybe be switched. I think Brockhampton at 3 is pretty safe, and then 4 and 5 could maybe be switched. But I think you got it pretty close to right.
yeah, I'd stick with self care at 1 for sure, but I think you can make the argument for fuck love. So
This has been fun. I kind of let's do one more. Let's do one more of artists.
okay, all right, let's go.
I think the artist one's the most interesting. So kick me off here, reshuffle everything, and let's see what we can get.
We have The Game as your first artist.
Ooh, I think I'll go the game at 5. Obviously, a legend. He's been at it for a minute, got some good tracks, but I'm not bumping the game like that. But there's definitely way worse out there. So I think him at 4, I can live with.
Or you said 5 at first, are you 4 or 5?
4, sorry.
Okay. All right. I was like, he's a safe 4. I was like 5. He's AB's still out there roaming. So
Yeah, exactly. No, he's a 4.
okay, we have Babytron, the eighth wonder of the world.
Oh, putting the game and Tron next to each other. Who do I got? I'm definitely bumping Tron more, as crazy as that might be. I'm going Tron at 3. Fuck it.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like 4, but like they're very, very I know you obviously you bump Babytron more. Same here. But like I feel like those are interchangeable. So we'll see what happens.
I think they are pretty close, so we'll see. What we
We
got
have
next?
Coldplay.
Oh, interesting. I thought we were sticking to the all rap here.
Yeah, I fumbled
That's
the
a
bag on.
good switch up. Huh. I guess I'll throw Coldplay at 2, I guess.
I really like that they just came up in this because it's kind of like an awkward one to rank. Obviously, completely different vibes, but
It is, but they got a lot of good songs. Very good catalog. Yeah, let's go with 2. So we got 1 of 5 left.
okay, this is a W here. We got Lil Wayne.
Okay. We'll go Wheezy at 1.
Okay, number 5 left open. Give me like Kanye or
I
something.
know I'm gonna get Kendrick and it's gonna be a wrap.
Oh,
Hakeem. Oh, baby Keem. Tough. He's got to be 5, obviously, but that's tough. Other than that, I thought we were looking pretty good.
yeah, that leaving that 5 open was dangerous, but
It was. You've
uh
been leaving the 1 open though, so I was like, it might work out.
yeah, and
It did not
it's
work out
gone for
though.
me. It's a copycat league. You gotta.
Hey, I did the opposite basically, leaving the 5 open. But all right, that was not bad. Obviously, Keem would have been higher, but
1 through 4. That was
was not
ended up
bad.
solid.
It did end up solid. Let's see who you got for your last ranking here. Your first artist is going to be Big Sean. Okay, you got a Big Sean here too.
I'll put him at 3. He is the perfect 3 slot.
He's a very good 3. Next one up, IDK.
I'll go 4 here. I'm all right with having him behind Big Sean.
That's safe. This is an interesting one because I think you feel a little bit differently about this person than many others do. I think you're thinking I'm going to say Kid Cudi, but it's Playboy Cardi.
He's a good 2.
Okay.
I feel him and Big Sean. That's like the past versus the present. That's kind of like a hard one to rank. Obviously, in my personal opinion, I'd go Big Sean over him, but I feel like it's not going to be this hot take that Cardi's over him. So
That's how the past versus the present was for me with the game and Babytron. So yeah, I feel that for sure. Let's see who your next one's going to be. You got, oh, this is a nice one. I think it's a comfortable, easy pick here. YBN Namir.
oh yeah, easy 5. So the one spot it's left up to shuffle here. Let's see what we got.
You're number 1. Let's shuffle it up. The
Oh,
reel is back.
that's just I can't miss. Like
You got Jermaine Cole.
I don't think I have any misses on this. You got some debatable ones, but come on now. That list there is flawless.
That worked out. That was nice.
Who better? I mean, come on now.
Now you're running it. The shuffle guys are running it. I'm happy with the way that turned out for you. That was nice.
Yeah, I definitely got blessed there having J. Cole. YB and Namir and J. Cole could have been flipped there. So or like
They could have been.
in opposite positions there. So
Yeah, and you could have got so many people in between them, but that definitely worked out. All right, that was pretty fun though. I enjoyed the blind rankings. I think we'll do something else like that.
yeah,
soon.
I mean, that was, I thought it was gonna be hard. I thought I was gonna get all nervous, but I was comfortable. I played my game. The game was just really slowing down for me out there. So
That's good. That's spoken like a true vet there. All right, let's get in the news. Obviously, we missed last week, no episode, so a lot of drops to talk about. In the past 2 weeks, we got albums from Black Thought, NLE Choppa, Pierre Bourne, Logic and C. Castro, Daniel Caesar, Ray Shremmerd, NF, and Mayhem Loren. I think the standout here for me is obviously going to be Daniel Caesar. Anytime a single dropped, I was like, oh, I'm so ready for the album.
yeah.
And the album did not disappoint. It was so fire. Toronto 2014, one of my favorite songs of the year. Go give it a listen if you haven't. I don't know if you're a big Daniel Caesar guy or not, but
I'm not huge, but it was an enjoyable listen. I'll say it was a pretty good project. I also listened to the Logic one that was decent. Ray Shrumman, that's kind of another one that's like Fetty Wap, like back in the day, man, they couldn't miss. So, and then also NF, you were banging NF at the park the other day. I was like, what the fuck?
Somebody requested it, and I was like, all right, fine.
I was like, who hurt, bro?
No, yeah, I don't listen to NF, and that's what I said. It was our boy Marcus. He said, "Do you listen to NF?" And he goes, "Do you like Corday?" And I was like, "Yeah, I like Corday." He was like,
"That's
play that new him and NF song." And I was like, he's like, "Bro, it's good. I promise." It was fine, but I don't think I'm gonna be bumping it like that.
That's such a strange parallel to bring in Corday and then follow it up with immediately after NF. So Obviously, they
Uh-huh.
just did a track together, but before that,
They're going on tour together too, I saw, which is wild. I sent you that. NF is doing stadiums, so shout out to NF. I didn't know he was on that level, but good for him.
yeah, I mean, it's perfect times for summer. They could take like these summer church camps to the United Center.
Oh yeah, they're running it. Pretty good week though. Good weeks, I guess. A lot of good singles as well, though. The past 2 weeks, we got singles from Georgia Smith, Post Malone, Dominic Fike, Fabio Foreign, Saba No ID, Ice Spice and Nicki Minaj, AG Club, King Cruel, K Tronada and Amine, Lil Yachty, DC the Don, Joey Badass, Billie Eilish and Labyrinth, JPEG Mafia and Red Veil, Tizo Touchdown, and Drake. A
Is
lot of good
we
names there.
This was a really good like 2 weeks. I would hate to just see it split up, but like this together, this is reminiscent of a 2022 week. There's just a lot of great singles. I mean, someone to listen to, of course. The Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice video had me feeling like a munch.
Do you see Ice Spice? She tweeted like a video and they were, kind of getting after it. And then she followed it up saying bookmarks. There were thousands of bookmarks
I'm
just
sure, yeah.
of,
Sick fucks.
of Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice just shaking ass. So shout out to the munches, I guess.
Yeah, we won't reveal my bookmarks.
No. Just probably a bunch of Kid Cudi hate or something.
Nah. No,
Okay.
I don't even bookmark because like I'll accidentally click on it or just scrolling through. And then I'm like, I don't want somebody to see, like, not that they'd see that I have it bookmarked, but I don't want to be one of the people that bookmarked that.
I bookmark so many things, and I think the most common thing is like if I'm in public and I can't listen to a video, I just bookmark it, and then
Okay.
I just forget to look at it. Like I just never think about it again. I'm like, oh yeah, I bookmarked that like 3
You're
months
gonna have
ago.
some crazy TikTok like scroll down the fucking list one day.
I know, and it's gonna be just like a Jason Tatum press conference and like
Yeah.
a quote from a Lil Wayne interview and just random shit like that. But yeah, it might be an entertaining thing to do one day. We'll see. But yeah, very good singles. Obviously, the K Tronada and Amine one, I think, has got to be my favorite. I'm so excited for that project. K Tronada, goaded, goaded the production. Amine fits the production so well, and the album's dropping soon, so cannot wait for that. But very excited.
Yeah, that is a very good duo to put together there. So
What about you? Any other thoughts on these singles?
the Dominic Fike, he's about a year and a half late almost from my prediction that he's gonna blow up.
Yeah,
So hopefully we got an album on the way. I feel like he kind of could have struck whenever Euphoria was at its peak, but we'll see.
yeah, yeah. I think he. I don't want to say he dropped the ball. Like it's obviously his career, whatever. He has different interests and all that, but yeah, he was on
Yeah,
top
he
when Euphoria
crazy.
was out. So if he would have dropped some songs, obviously besides Elliot's song, I think he might
Yeah, and
be
people fucking
a super
hated that
superstar.
because
People hated that.
it was 4 minutes of the fucking season finale. So
Yeah, I don't know anybody that's bumping Elliot's song like that. I'm sure there are people that are. It probably has 80 million streams or something, but I don't know anybody bumping. I'm gonna be honest.
yeah, but I mean, I like the single, so hopefully good things are on the way. Because he had the chance to be major. I mean, he still has the chance to be just a huge superstar. So we'll see what happens.
Oh yeah, he's got a lot of big songs, but he's not at that superstar level, and
Yeah,
I think he has a chance. So we'll have to see. And some other news this week, we got some big festival lineups. You're a Rolling Loud boy through and through here. We got the Rolling Loud Miami lineup. It's pretty stacked. What are your thoughts on it?
I mean, it's a Rolling Loud. It's just so many people have seen already. I feel like, or Bryson Tiller though, that was one that was kind of out of the blue there. That it's pretty exciting to see, and then 21 Savage being back as well. So pretty exciting stuff. I feel like they don't miss on lineups. Just I've been 3 times. It's like it kind of gets a little bit repetitive, but this is kind of like everybody grouped together, I guess, from the past three. I feel like the 3 times that I went, it was always pretty different, different headliners, different vibes there. So, but I mean, not a bad lineup whatsoever.
No, I think it's a pretty stacked lineup. Obviously, you've seen them, so it's kind of whatever. But for those of you who have not seen the lineup, the 3 headliners are going to be Playboy Cardi, Travis Scott, and ASAP Rocky. And then the special guests for each day are Kodak Black, 21 Savage, and Lil Uzi Vert. Some other big names here: Lil Durk, Lil Yachty, Ski Mask, Ray Shremmerd, Trippy Red, Nav the Goat, Don Tolliver, Bryson Tiller, Offset, a lot of other good names in here, but those are some of the biggest names on the lineup. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. I mean, ASAP Rocky, somebody I haven't seen,
Mhm.
he would be fire to see. Overall, I think it's very good.
Yeah, a full set with Rocky would go crazy, but I'll take the
Yeah, you
experience
had a
I
good
got.
experience
Yeah,
with him. Yeah, I
I'll
was
take
gonna say
that
that's
over a full set, I guess.
yeah, no, that's definitely nice. Good lineup. The other lineup we got this week is Lyrical Lemonade Summer Smash. Headliners are going to be Kid Cudi, Future, Playboy Cardi, the special guests each day. I didn't know these special guests were like a
Yeah.
thing until recently. I don't know when that became a thing, but every festival seems like has like
Mhm.
somebody they want to be a headliner,
Well,
but they're
yeah,
just
why not?
not.
Yeah. They need that little space by themselves. They can't just be grouped
Uh-huh.
together with everybody else.
Uh-huh. And so the special guests are going to be Suicide Boys, Uzi, and a very special Chicago guest, which I mean, I think we got some guesses on who that could be, but I don't know who they would put for that for sure. Obviously, if you're saying a very special Chicago guest, like you're setting the bar pretty high,
Yeah.
I think anybody who reads that is considering Kanye as an option. And so I think, when it would probably won't be him, I think people likely would be let down because if it's Kanye, there's no reason he wouldn't be the headliner. But obviously, besides, unless they're trying to keep it low key, they don't want to be attached. But
You're not,
uh,
well,
I don't know.
I feel like the thing with that is you're not going to pay Kanye $1 million, $2 million to come perform and not have him headlining and getting those ticket sales. So just I mean, being real about it, it's not Kanye, it's Lil Durk. I mean, would be I'd put a stupid amount of money on that it is Lil Durk.
I think Lil Durk is a pretty good guess, but I don't know why they wouldn't just say Lil Durk.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like it's kind of they're trying to kind of have like this mystery vibe to him and everything. So, but
I know.
almost certainly Lil Durk in my eyes.
I know. I guess the other very special Chicago guest to me is Chance, but
Mm,
I think people would be like sadly disappointed if it was Chance
yeah.
because this is kind of a younger demographic age group, the Lyrical Lemonade Summer
Mhm.
Smash group. And I think that they see Chance as like the big day Chance because they were
Yeah.
in eighth grade when the big day dropped, and that's all the Chance they know. And they didn't go back the classic Chance projects. So I think there is potential that it would be like a Kid Cudi Rolling Loud situation if Chance the Rapper was brought out as a special guest and people had the hopes, or like a Drake Camp Flog Now situation
Yeah.
where they were waiting for Kanye, they were waiting for Frank Ocean, and they get Chance the Rapper. I would be very happy if it was Chance. I think a lot of people would be very happy, but there is that group of people that would be
Yeah. You just gotta
devastated.
fit the vibe, and
Uh-huh.
the vibe is Lil Durk or Polo G. Like,
Yeah. It definitely is. But will say that there are some good switch ups in the vibe on this year's lineup. On Friday, I'm going to say it. I'm going on Friday. Vince Staples and Freddie Gibbs, which I'm all for that. I think it's going to be a terrible crowd. I've already prepared myself mentally for that. It's not the ideal crowd to see those guys in because that crowd is not going to respect them. They're not going to know Freddie Gibbs songs, but
it
if
was
Freddie Gibbs has one fan in that crowd, it will be me.
it's kind of like, but almost it was perfect in New York. It was Benny the Butcher, just like he wasn't on the main stage. It was like the second biggest stage, and that was just perfect. And then Pusha T right after, like there's not these, it's not as annoying stuff like that. Like
Mm-hmm.
obviously the crowd isn't too crazy, but I thought it was a good vibe. So I mean, hopefully it's the same with that.
Uh-huh.
I'm all but I don't know. I really just want to go on Friday just to throw shit at Kid Cudi. Like I really
That's
will
fucked.
get arrested.
That's crazy. Going down for Cuddy.
Well,
Uh
Vince Staples too. He's been on my list, so I mean, it's not just for Kid Cudi. Can't give him that shine there.
yeah.
Big fucking L having him as a headliner though.
I think a lot of people would be happy to see Cuddy. I would see Cuddy, but definitely very excited to see Vince and Freddie. I'm hoping they're back to back because then you also got Ice Spice and Glorilla. I could see them being back to back. So I think that could work out pretty well. They could get the,
Uh,
fans that are more into the less mainstream rap with Vince and Freddie, their own stage versus the super mainstream stuff. Also on the lineup on Friday, you got Eam Triplin and you got Valet, two people who I have wanted to see, probably would never go to their own concerts, but would be very happy to see at a festival. And then shout to the fam, JJ, DC the Don. So that's another big reason I think we're at to slide, but pretty solid lineup. So shout out to the Lyrical Lemonade, have very good experiences at the festival in the past. and we had a pretty good experience at the anniversary show last fall.
Yeah.
Although it was kind of tainted, but it was good.
Yeah, I mean they always do it right though. They always bring the correct people.
Hmm.
So I'm just ready for this crazy special guest, Lil Durk. Who would have thought?
We'll see. We will see. It's gonna be like
That's the only
famous
thing I'm gonna
Dex.
shit on about it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting, the wording.
It's
We'll have
either
to see what
it's
actually
either
happens.
like Kanye or like Lupe, like or are they
Lupe
are
be
they bringing
cool.
fucking Juice World back from the dead? Like you can't just say like very special guest. Like it can't you can't say that and then bring out fucking Polo G. Like
It has to be very special. If you use the words very special, you're setting the bar high. And I think expectations is one thing that can ruin things. Like festivals, especially. People are expecting one thing and they don't get that. Vibe killed. They're just not happy. They're throwing shit at Kid Cudi. That's just what happens. So we'll see what happens there. But it's going to be a good festival. Just a little question mark there. We'll see what happens. In other festival news, it is Coachella weekend one. Some pretty good sets so far this weekend. I've been tuning in on the YouTube streams. Metro Boomin had a crazy set. He brought out John Legend. He brought out Future. He brought out 21 Savage. He brought out Diddy. And he brought out The Weeknd, which that was fire. I was tuning in live watching it. It was like 2 in the morning, 1 in the morning, whatever time it was. And he brought The Weeknd. The Weeknd was running through some hits. And he played a new song. So you can't ask for more. That would have been a crazy show to be at as a fan.
yeah, his set was a big W. Love the setup he had too. So
Very cool set. Another great set I saw was Kenny Beats DJ set. I watched it. I was expecting him to start bringing out, Denzel Curry,
yeah,
Dominic Fike, whoever, he's tied to that he could bring out. He just did a DJ set and it truly was like one of the best DJ sets. I can't say I watched so many of them, but it is one of the best
yeah.
I've seen. He ran through some hits. He had a pretty good like vibe on the stage. He has a whole bunch of people like around him and it just seemed like a pretty good time. It would have yeah, DJ sets aren't necessarily like my thing. Like I'm not going to festivals for DJ sets, but
It's good
like
to
for
mix
Kenny
in there.
Beats and stuff, I would.
Yeah.
Just because I like Kenny. And it was very good. And then obviously you got Pusha T with Coachella. That was crazy.
Yeah,
We
that
were
was
both there
hard.
on the It's Almost Dry tour, and he had the video, I think, when he was playing open air, and it was like the recipe on
It was Diet Coke.
how to cook Diet
for-
Coke. And I saw a TikTok and it was like Pusha T is really out here showing how to cook. And I was like, all right. It's just different crowds. Like his own headlining shows, people were like, oh yeah, it's just Push.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
if you're going to Coachella and you're waiting to see some indie group or whatever,
You're
and
waiting
you
to
have to
see
watch
SZA
Pusha T.
or whoever.
Exactly. You're waiting to see K-pop and you got to see Pusha T just talking dope, wild stuff. But I love to see it. Coachella, fire. And I feel like everybody's putting a little like spin out with their own name. Like Metro, his was Trochella. So a lot of different things here. But the elephant in the room, obviously, when the episode comes out, we'll have known what happened. But we got Frank Ocean performing tonight. 12:05 Central Time. I will be watching. No question about it. I'm tuning in. I cannot wait to see the number of people watching the stream on YouTube. I would guess it's going to be 250,000 probably or more. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna be a crazy amount. He also has new songs registered, but no album is coming. I got to stick with my my guess there.
I don't think an album's coming either. I think he's going to just do songs. I think it would be crazy if he didn't at least say something about the music, though. Like he's going to have to say something. But the only thing I think is weird
Or he
is
could say nothing.
he could say nothing, and that I would respect it. But I think he'll have to say something. I think people are going to get a little antsy, a little restless if he doesn't say anything. So I think he will address the lack of new music. But obviously, he's Frank Ocean. He doesn't owe anybody anything. He can do whatever he wants. But he's got a great catalog. It's going to be a great show no matter what. Even if he just plays the hits, it's been 7 years since he was headlining a show. So I'm definitely excited to tune in no matter what happens. Yeah, I think there's been a lot of different hints at something coming, and they've shown the Nostalgia Ultra BMW. I think maybe we're just getting Nostalgia Ultra on streaming services, which I can live with that at this point. Honestly, I don't listen to it too much because I don't have it on Spotify, but obviously it's a great project. I think maybe a lot of Frank Ocean fans haven't heard it. Many probably have, obviously, because they've been just desperate for anything from Frank. So I think if it's out there, they know about it. But hey, I'll take anything at this point.
Yeah, I mean anything feels like a massive W at this point. Like so,
Mm-hmm.
we'll see what happens though. I mean, obviously we'll know tonight. So
We'll see. Next news here: stick with Metro Boomin. We got the news that JID and Metro Boomin's collab project will be their next release. It will be called Jidtro. I don't know how to feel about the name. It'll probably grow on me, but
yeah,
not
we'll
bad.
see. Yeah, Metro Boomin's obviously running with that Tro and then followed by
Mhm.
or by that. So I don't know. I feel like this is a very good like duo to put together at this point because I mean they're both probably the hottest they've ever been in their careers. So
Mhm.
we'll see what happens. I feel like it's gonna be a W project though.
Oh yeah, they can definitely benefit from each other. I think it's going to be great. JID needs that hit. I will say though, the toughest part for me is that it's called Jidtro, and I'm a JID boy. I say a JID 10 out of 10 times. So Jidtro, it's gonna take some adjustment. I saw some TikTok and it was like people talking. They're like only his close friends call him Jid. They're like, you're not his friends. Don't call him Jid. I don't know what the truth of that is, but I've always been a JID guy. There's periods in between it. I'm
Yeah.
JID. Next news here though, Double XL 10th spot voting has opened. Some of the candidates for the 10th spot include Mavi, Eam Triplin, Kenny Mason, Jaleel, Ice Spice, Central C, Mike Dimes, Tia Corinne, Glorilla, LaTyler, Friday, Midwest, Armani White, and DC the Don. From this group, I feel like there's going to be a couple that are obviously going to be on the list. Maybe some not even in that list that'll be on the list. But from that group, who would your one pick be for that 10th spot that you got to guarantee they're on there?
Ice
Favorite,
Spice.
not a guarantee though. Pick your favorite.
My favorite. I'm still going with Ice Spice.
Respect. Okay.
Yeah, I mean she's gotta make it. I mean, you can't fumble that bag. Um,
I think she might turn it down.
yeah, that'd be the only thing if she
Mm-hmm.
turns it down. So, but I feel like she's very good. I was reading a tweet or something about how like marketing wise or like media wise, like she knows how to I mean market herself, I guess. Like it's been almost a year since Much. And I mean she just literally just keeps elevating with that. So I think
Yeah.
she's a superstar on the way, of course. So
Mm-hmm. I would have to go with somebody else. I would go with either Kenny Mason or Mike Dimes. I would love to see both of them. I don't think they're going to pick both of them. I think they kind of go for the more mainstream, and I don't think either of them necessarily fit into that. Like they don't both have chart topping hits. So I think it's going to be one or the other. Personally, I'd love to see both. I think I'll go Kenny Mason. He had stick. I think he's gotta have a
yeah.
spot.
I mean, there's a lot of good candidates this year. Obviously, we'll get into it when we rank our own.
Yep. And then the final news this week, Apple has patented a new AirPods case with an interactive display. It kind of looks like an AirPods case with like an Apple Watch screen on the outside, but it's, so you can do your music. What are your thoughts on this? Would you cop it? What's your price you pay for it? All that.
Hear me out. Hear me out. So we have this device and it's just almost exclusively for music. And it's almost like a phone, you don't do anything else other than music. And you just, I mean, play your songs through there. I've $1 million idea there.
Revolutionary stuff right there. I think you should go talk to Steve Jobs about that one.
Yeah, I'll pull my AT&T ties.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing we haven't seen before. It's iPod Nano, iPod Touch, so or not even an iPod Touch, just a regular iPod. So,
Mhm.
they're gonna be taxing for this too. It's gonna be $300, $400, I bet.
The convenience, I guess, is nice that it's all in one little device, but
God,
at the end of the
I
day,
really, it would really
yeah.
just pay me to pick up my fucking phone and change the song, or just tap on the AirPods. Like,
Yeah. I just wonder how much you can actually do on the touchscreen. What if it's going to be just music, or is there going to be other apps? What the deal is going to be? We'll see. I think it's going to be $400. I mean, AirPod Pros themselves are already like what 200 ish. So I think they're going to be taxing for sure. We'll
but
see.
like
It might be cool though.
with that though, like AirPods were getting a lot of fucking like when they initially like released or were dropping, they were getting a lot of hate. So I mean, this could be just another revolutionary idea here that
It could
I
be.
guess, yeah. So we'll see what happens.
It could be. The one thing I will say is in the past, like when I go to the gym, I have thought I do miss like the just iPod days where like I'm not like, oh, let me check Twitter, let me check Snapchat, let me go through my Instagram. But like I kind of miss not having that many distractions. So maybe it'd be cool, but I don't even use AirPods when I work out, so they'd have to convince me to switch back.
Yeah, we'll get Steve Jobs on the line.
But yeah, I think that's gonna do it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed the blind rankings. It was fun to do. We'll definitely have to do something soon like that. Let us know if you have any ideas on how we can implement that with the blind rankings. Anything else you want us to get into? But we'll be back with another episode next week. Promise we won't miss another one. It's gonna be a banger. Don't know 100% we're doing yet, but we will be back, and it's gonna be a good one. Promise.
Yeah, we will 100% be back next week. No more weeks off. So stay tuned, guys. We'll be back next Monday. Peace.
Peace.